today is day what of the shutdown?
26th, I think.
Which is so 800,000 American workers that work for the government are not getting paid. So they're a month out. Many of these people, paycheck to paycheck, they don't have medical necessities. They don't have food. People are having to ration off their insulin if they're diabetic. I mean, I'm hearing these horror stories. The lines at the airport are around the fucking block. It's chaos. And it seems like there's no end in sight. And it seems like Trump is just content to hold his position.
Well, I think both sides are content to hold their position.
That seems fucking crazy to me.
It is crazy. It's absolutely crazy if you think about it. And it's not just 800,000. I don't know the exact numbers, but think about all the contractors. Right? Think about all the government contractors.
Right.
Right. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they're getting paid. Yeah.
Right.
And so this has, and you know, the administration has admitted that, look, we initially underestimated the impact of a longer-term shutdown. And so they understand that. And the Democrats, you know, talk about it every minute about how this is a terrible crisis. And so you would think that if both sides feel that way, then get something done. Look, the Democrats, they've approved in the past, recent past, many of these Democrats have voted for fencing, barriers, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But we're lost in semantics. And because the president's so hated by this, you know, this group, that, you know, they've seized on this term wall. If he had started his campaign by saying, we need to improve our border security and find fixes to an immigration system that is both fair and secure and efficient. If he had gone with that, it's a wordy bumper sticker, but if he had gone with that, we'd have a different conversation right now.
We would, but maybe we'd have a different president as well.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a good point.
You know, there's something about that build that wall that's like the dopes are like, yeah, wall, I get it.
Yeah, it's a wall.
It's still simple. Build a wall. Oh, yeah, like a castle.
Yeah.
Build a wall.
Yeah.
It seems so, it's such a visual.
No, you're right. That's where I miss out. I'm not, I'm way off on in terms of being clever about politics, but I think that.
Well, how to rope in rubes.
Yeah. I should get better at that.
Yeah,
that
it seems like, but he's got that down.
Yeah.
Boy, I didn't even know the people that voted for him, the people that are like real MAGA supporters, I didn't even know they existed in the numbers they exist. Yeah. It's like he uncovered a rock. Like he flipped a rock over and there was an ant colony of rubes in there. And just the sheer numbers. It's like, whoa.
And it's a mixed bag, though, right? It's a mixed bag. You've got a lot of people very, because I don't buy the idea that it's all just a bunch of, crackers or a bunch of idiots.
Nope.
It's a real range of people. There's that group of people that were just tired of being told that they're idiots, right? And they came out in force, right? You can't talk down to people. This is for the Democrats. You can't keep talking down to people and expect at some point they're not going to punch you in the nose, right?
Well, they're still doing that now. I mean, they're still there was some congressman recently that was talking about all the people that supported Trump. And he was talking about them all being losers and alcoholics and illiterate. And I'm like, man, you're talking about half the country.
Right. And no lesson learned, right? No, absolutely no self-awareness. And that's, that's the story of every election, I think, going forward is, you've got the urban centers and you've got everybody else. And everybody else feels as if they're getting kicked in the ass. And so But at the same time, you think, look, we should be able to do better, right? We should. Again, certain policies that they've got, great, but every day another tweet that seems a little dysfunctional. Every day, some misstep. Every day, some self-inflicted wound. Shouldn't happen. Not in a country this size. Not where we've got this much talent and skill and capability. So I don't know what 2020 is going to bring. But we're in for a hell of a ride between look at all the shit that's happening.
Yeah. Right? This seems like it might be one of the bigger moves on the chessboard, though, this government shutdown. Like how this gets resolved one way or another and who comes out, at least the visual is, the optics are that they're the winner.
Yeah.
It seems very critical, because if the Democrats win and somehow or another he abandons his idea for a wall, abandons the billions of dollars that he's been asking for this wall, that gives them momentum. We kicked his ass with that wall, and we're going to kick his ass in 2020.
That's exactly what they're thinking. That is exactly what they're discussing in the war room, where Nancy Pelosi keeps them all in lockstep, and she's done a good job so far of keeping the Dems in line. And that's why they wanted her back in, or at least the old guard wanted her back in, because that's what she does well, aside from fundraising. So I have a feeling that, look, he's asking for whatever, $5.7 billion. In the scheme of things, that's a drop in the bucket. And Schumer and Pelosi and a wide variety of other people, including the previous president, have all voted in the past for additional funding for border security, including fencing and barriers. But they're not going to budge off of this. So what the hell does that mean? Does that mean he's being pushed into a corner where he has no option but to declare a national emergency and use funds elsewhere so that he can say, I finally got it done, and look, the Dems didn't do anything? Who knows? But I think you're absolutely right. Whoever's perceived as the winner out of this ridiculous situation, they're going to beat that drum all the way to 2020.